Alhikmat 2019 tours from Miami, Florida, to a 7-day Jerusalem tour, February 17th to February 23rd, visiting holy sites of the 3 Abrahamic religions. Umrah in Ramadan, visiting Makkah and Medina, 10-day tour from May 11th to May 20th. And finally, Dubai and India, 10-day tour from October 13th to October 23rd, visiting Taj Mahal, historic Islamic sites, and many, many more. The group will be led by Shaikh Shafayat. Contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Alhikmat now offering tours and travel services plus visa application and processing services for Umrah, Dubai, India, and many other countries. For more details, contact Alhikmat services at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com.
All praises are due to Allahu Allah. All praises are due to Allahu Allah. Allahu, 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 Allah, Allahu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you would like to dedicate copies of one of these publications as Sadaqah Jariyah, continuous blessings for your parents or dear ones who have passed away, or fi sabilillah, in the path of Allah, please give us a call so we can place your names on these dedicated publications. You can call us at 954-986-0158, or you can also visit us at www.alhikmat.com.
Allah is the creator of different faces. Allah is the creator of all races. Allahu, 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 Allah.
Khaljam Ali, authorized to inspect all motor and goods vehicles up to 3,200 kgs MGW. Get your vehicle inspected at Khaljam Ali Inspection Station, conveniently located at Light Pole 113 Monroe Road, next to 1+1 Supermarket. Telephone number 672-4186.
Royal Bengal Trading, importer, exporter, wholesaler of Bangladeshi Indo-Pak groceries and spices. We specialize in various authentic Indian masalas, juices, flours, rices, and spices. We offer exclusive brands as Ocean Pearl, Shan, National, Tilda, Himani, and many, many more. We're located at 36B Caroni Savannah Road, Charlieville, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago. You can call us at 473-4676 or call 476-3117. Email us at wahabdk@gmail.com.
Much of our Islamic community is perceived to be insular.
Most Americans have never met a Muslim or are not aware of having met a Muslim.
Most people don't have enough education in terms of what the entirety of Islam represents.
It's very easy to hate someone or to put stereotypes on people that you've never interacted with.
But do you think if Muslims were more integrated in society, in America, in the United States of America, then there would have been less anti-Muslim scenario?
I think it's even more important that our clergy speak up. They are, after all, the moral force in our community.
You see, the Islam that is celebrated is one which opens its doors.
Having this type of dialogue in terms of a community outreach, or
Something that Muslims have to do is go out just like you do and inviting non-Muslims to the iftar. And you do a lot of speaking to mixed groups.
We have to change the language from us versus them to a language of we.
I believe that if we can stand together against the forces of hatred and be unified in this country, then we can do wonderful things.
Bringing us together to enhance the beauty of humankind.
I think religion can be such a powerful force for unity.
Of course.
We've made it into this powerful force for disunity.
Keep trying to understand each other and care for each other and keep building a world community, because I believe that's what God wants for us all.
And I'm in their mosques and they're in my temple, and it's been a phenomenal experience. I've had a very warm and welcoming experience from all the brothers and sisters in the community.
That every human being is either your brother in faith or brother in humanity.
In Arabic, the word is lita'arafu, so that you will learn to understand one another.
And this is the truth of what it should be. You see, this is why I am so pleased to come here today, to support the work of Alhikmat.
The kind of intolerance and the violence that we see across the globe is rooted in ignorance, which we can overcome by teaching.
Yes.
Also
yes.
rooted in fear, which we can overcome by experiencing, where we can actually live in each other's presence. It's rooted in this myopic kind of my way only, rather than this understanding that maybe all of us have more in common, and at the core of who we are is this truly global family that we belong to.
I'd like to say what a joy and pleasure it is to have Sheikh Shafayat as my friend, as my teacher, as my co-worker in the vineyard of Allah, God, where we work together to make this world a better place, to do God's work, to do the work which we are commanded to do as human beings.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Global Issues on Alhikmat TV 24/7 online. Today we have in Alhikmat studio Johanna Suarez.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's really a pleasure to have you. And just for the benefit of our audience out there, we got a worldwide audience, people from the east, west, north, and south.
Wonderful.
And I'm sure that you will really benefit a lot from what Johanna has to share with us on this program today. Johanna has a master's degree in health services administration, a lot of experience when it comes to this kind of services and assisted living facilities, independent facilities with the Jewish organization,
yes.
The Jewish Health Services.
Miami Jewish Health, yes.
Miami Jewish Health. So let me don't spoil the whole impression of this image. She's going to let us know about the services she represents. I'll ask her to tell us that herself. But before we get into that, yes. Johanna, tell us a little bit about yourself. What motivated you to get involved in this career?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. I'm very happy to be here and share information that I think is so critical for everyone to not be afraid of and really understand what assisted living and the senior living arena brings to the table. So I currently, like you said, I am the Vice President of Senior Living at Miami Jewish Health, where I oversee independent living, assisted living, memory support services. How I got into this field was when I was a junior in high school. Let's take it all the way back.
Yeah.
When I was a junior in high school, my younger brother was unfortunately involved in a pretty bad car accident. And through that process, he had to go to a rehabilitation center. And at the time, the only place, he was 13 years old, the only place that had a pediatric area was part of a skilled nursing facility, of a nursing home in Broward County. So he spent about 9 months there.
Wow.
And yes, and our family, of course, was there all the way through it. So I got to see, that was the first time I got to really understand physical therapy, occupational therapy, because he really had to be retaught to do everything. So I started college wanting to be a pediatrician and did that for a little while. And coincidentally, my parents had a friend who worked in a nursing home. And having spent that time previously in that area, I switched over from pediatrician to health services administration. Still not thinking I was going to do anything with seniors, still thinking hospital administration. Fast forward a little bit, realized that, again, coincidentally, having worked in nursing homes, really felt that that's where I felt gratified. I felt I could really offer something. So as I continued through my schooling, I opted for the long-term care route. So I actually started in nursing homes and worked for someone who managed an assisted living facility, knew nothing of what that was, learned a little bit more of how there I could truly show engagement and having it be more hospitality oriented and customer service oriented. Fast forward 21 plus years, I never left assisted living.
Wow.
I know.
You just got engrossed into it. You just gotta like it.
I just did. It's a great feeling.
So what attracted you in assisted
you know what?
living?
At the end of the day, I, in assisted living, have the opportunity to touch a life, to make a difference as many times as I want. Our current assisted living community has about 100 residents. I really, on a daily basis, can touch 100 people just by saying hello, just by smiling, just by meeting their needs. So it gives you an opportunity to really, go home and be like, I did something today.
Wow. So what is this Miami Jewish health system about?
Yes.
So or services or whatever it is?
Yes. So Miami Jewish Health is a 78-year-old healthcare system. 78 years old, providing services since 1940 in Miami, close to the Design District. Some folks who are Miamians know it as the Home. It's had some different names along the way. It was Douglas Gardens. Some people refer to it as Douglas Gardens, the Home. Miami Jewish Health has been, again, a staple in Miami, known for its nursing home care. But we have grown so much over the years where we offer a true continuum of care. So we offer everything from independent living, assisted living, obviously the nursing home, but we have so many other programs along the way. We offer, we offer memory research for those folks suffering with, dementia and or Alzheimer's. We offer a pain center, a Razumov pain center, where we help folks, with those issues. We offer biofeedback services. So we have an ambulatory clinic on campus. So for the residents who move in, it truly, truly is a one-stop shop.
So are these facilities only for Jews?
Absolutely not.
Because
number one question.
When we say Jewish health services or Miami Jewish health services, the first thing that would come to someone's mind is it only for Jews?
Not at all. We get this question asked very often. It is not a Jewish facility. We are open to anyone in Miami. Miami is a melting pot, so we have folks from many, many different cultural and backgrounds and ethnicities. The two buildings that I oversee, which is the independent living and assisted living, are still the two buildings on the campus that honor the traditional, the Jewish traditions. Those two buildings are kosher. The rest of our campus is not.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So if a Muslim family wants to come and benefit from your facilities,
welcome. You are absolutely
they're most welcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Would there be services that will be able to facilitate their sort of, well, technically their religious requirements are basically like Orthodox Jews, so it does not really make a problem.
Absolutely. We are open to all faiths. We do offer the kosher, for example, but I just learned that Muslims, it's very similar to the diet halal, to the dietary constraints as well. So we're able to meet the needs of our residents, and that prior to coming in. And we really strive hard to use our 78 years of experience to really make that transition, independent of where in our continuum you decide to move in or where your needs are best met, and certainly doing so honoring all of that. All of those traditions.
So where in Miami are you exactly located?
We are right at the beginning of the Design District on Northeast 2nd Avenue. So it's that neighborhood has transitioned over the years. The Miami Design District has exploded. It's a growing, wonderful, kind of hip area,
right.
Which is only a few blocks from us.
I'm sure our viewers probably would be interested to understand the difference between your independent living facilities, your assisted living facilities. I'm sure there's a difference.
There is a difference.
So what are the differences?
There is a difference. And before we even get into that, I'm so glad you asked, because a lot of folks, they just don't understand. They just don't know. When you think of a home, you think it's all one, right? You think of a nursing home. So we'll start with.
So this is not a nursing home.
This is not a nursing home. This is not.
You got nursing home facilities.
We do have a nursing home facility when the time comes as a resident declines and progresses to those needs. But independent living is equivalent to someone renting an apartment in perhaps a Century Village type retirement community. But in our independent living, we offer 2 meals a day, transportation in the surrounding areas, which again is the downtown Miami, great midtown area.
Wow.
And we offer someone is available downstairs 24 hours a day.
So what are you saying? Just as a person would rent a condo
yes.
somewhere out anywhere.
Anywhere.
The difference with this independent living, it's similar to a condo that
Correct.
you rent.
It's an apartment.
The only difference here is that you have transportation for them around the
Yes.
area.
Yes.
You got 2 meals per day provided.
Yes, and daily and weekly housekeeping.
Weekly housekeeping.
Yes. Who
so
wants
they
to
feel
keep
like
cleaning?
they are in a hotel.
Exactly, exactly.
And plus they have someone on site for any sort of assistance.
Not for assistance. There we go into the difference between independent living and assisted living. We have someone who's available in case of an emergency. They can call perhaps, 911 if needed, but there's no physical personal assistance provided in independent living.
Okay.
That's the main difference between assisted living. Assisted living is just that, assistance with activities of daily living, whether it's obviously we offer the meals, the housekeeping, the security, the trips, the activities throughout the day, but there's personal care as well.
So what kind of personal care do you guys
Yes,
offer?
so we pride ourselves in making sure that it is a very individualized plan of service for each and every resident. So one resident may need assistance with medications because they can't really see the labels too well, or they might have arthritis and can't open the bottle. So we do have a nurse on premises in the assisted living 24 hours a day.
Wow.
That can help with medication management. The next resident may not need medication management. They might just want someone in the apartment where they're taking a shower because they sometimes tend to lose their balance. So there's someone there.
Right.
Someone else might need assistance, putting on their socks, getting dressed in the morning.
Okay.
So each and every resident has
Someone might just need some transportation.
Absolutely. Someone just is tired of cooking and cleaning.
Oh, so you have that sort of services.
Yes, so assisted living is almost, I kind of explain it to folks, it's almost like you've got that insurance.
So there's
You
a
may not
different
need it.
cost? Of course it will.
There are different costs because of that personal care.
Excellent.
Yes.
One may be qualified, one may just need experience, one may just...
Yes, so we in our community hire, for example, certified nursing assistants. So they are in our building 24 hours a day. We also have that additional layer of having a nurse there as well.
Interesting.
So that security is there. So you might move in, you drive your car, we have designated parking for the residents, you're still pretty independent, but down the line you may need someone to do your medication.
So assisted living facilities, these facilities that you have, they are the same location?
Yes, they're actually called Saipan Towers. So we have 2 towers. One is independent and one is assisted living.
I really need
Yes.
to come by and see those
We would love to have you come by because I will do it no justice in explaining all of this. It's really, and it's nothing to fear. I know a lot of folks watching may think, oh no, I would never, I promised my mom I would keep her, or it's my responsibility to care for my mom.
But it's not about promising to keep, it's about making them happier.
It's about meeting their needs.
And then maybe the children, their home may not have the facilities.
Correct.
And they may not have the time.
Correct.
Or maybe the professional ability to assist their own parents.
Absolutely.
A lot of times, children themselves don't know how to handle their parents' needs that they have.
Correct. We encounter adult children on a daily basis who are they work full time. This is the world we live in, right? We all work full time, or that adult children has children of their own that they have to care for, or they live in a 2-story house where mom just can't climb those steps every day. So those are the things, and I know a lot of folks think, oh, you're just, don't put me in a place. It really needs to be viewed as you're still meeting your needs and offering engagement. One of the bigger things that it's not just about the physical assistance, which is needed, the personal care, but you're engaged on a daily basis. You're not in a house by yourself watching TV all day, right? You're engaged with other people. We have programs and activities where it allows you to kind of keep using your mind. It allows you to, meet new people, learn new things. Doesn't matter how old you are.
It keeps you active.
It keeps you active.
And I think that's the point a lot of people miss. Even in the religious field, they think, well, yes, it's religious to keep and to take care of your parents. But the point is, you may not be able to take care of them. You don't have the ability, the knowledge, the facilities at home that they require and they need.
100%.
So here now, it's going to cost more money actually. You are better caring for them.
Yes,
you're caring for them in a much higher, professional and better way by getting them into a facility that has the services. It's like when they're sick, you have them in a nursing home or a hospital where they get the medical professional treatment. So here now at that age, they need this sort of assistance and professional assistance that their own children cannot give them.
They cannot give them. They cannot give them. And it is a hard concept to understand because you don't know. Folks just don't know what's available. And it needs to be viewed instead of just, oh my gosh, I feel so guilty. It needs to be viewed in the way of, I'm doing the best for my mom.
But I think that's what people don't understand.
Correct.
They think they're going to do a good job at home, failing to realize that these facilities got better facilities and got a better job done, which will make them happier.
And we're experts. We never know what tomorrow will bring. Mom is like this today, but mom may be a little different tomorrow and is expected to be different a month and a year from now. So we are the experts. We know exactly what, how to coordinate services with the physician. We can do all of that where, like you said, an adult child doesn't know, nor do they have the time.
They don't have the time. And many times they got the money to do it.
Yes.
And they do not know how to get it done in reality, practically speaking. So this is phenomenal. I think this is unique, and it really is a wonderful service that can benefit people.
And assisted living facilities are more hospitality oriented. So you do, as an 85, 90-year-old person who doesn't want to leave their house, you're going into a more resort-like feel.
That's a good point. It's like a resort.
Yes, it is a resort. They're beautiful.
That's why
beautiful
I gotta
buildings.
come and see it.
You have to come see it. You're going to say, wow, this is a hotel.
What are some of the facilities you got there? What are some of the kind of amenities and luxurious things that they can enjoy?
So we have, and in our Saipan Towers, one of the buildings has a pool room where we have a pool table. We have a pool for folks that want to go into a pool, and it doesn't have any steps, so it's designed with a senior in mind. We've got an outdoor area.
Sit in the water.
They can just go sit in the water. They can go sit in the sun. They can lay out. We have a community room that at times is a synagogue, or at times it becomes the bingo room. So we've got activities going on. We've just got, we are, again, because we're so close to the design district in downtown Miami, we take them to the ballet, we take them to the symphony, we take them to Midtown, which has a lot of shopping and restaurants. So it's an active lifestyle, understanding that there might be some physical limitations, but we can help you with those too. There's no reason why you still can't continue to be engaged and have that active lifestyle just because you moved into a community. And as an adult child, what a great thing to know that at 2 o'clock in the morning when mom's not feeling well, she has somebody to call. And they will make that great decision.
And that sort of services are 24/7.
Yes, absolutely. So all the residents have a button and access to call someone in the event there's an incident, heaven forbid there's a fall, or they just don't feel well, or or can I have this hurts, or whatever the case is. There's someone always available that will know what to do.
Yes, and that's the key thing.
That's key.
That's the key thing.
Yes, peace of mind, like I said, peace of mind.
Of course, peace of mind, and I think that is going to be unique. Well, you know what? We have been talking for over 20 minutes. Oh
really?
Yeah,
that was so fast.
20 minutes. So we got to go on a small commercial break.
Okay.
When we get back, we want to continue a little bit on how does someone go about getting enrolled or applying to benefit from your services or facilities, as the case may be. So to our viewers out there, we've been talking to Johanna Suarez, who has a master's degree in health services administration. She is the vice president of senior living at Miami Jewish Health. She's a wonderful person with a lot of experience, a lot of services and benefits to offer for people who are interested in these kind of services. And these are services that everyone should be interested in. It's either the parents interested or the children are interested in getting it for their parents or for the elders in society. So stay tuned. When we come back, we will continue this conversation on how you go about applying or getting to utilize these services. Thank you very much.
Alhikmat 2019 tours from Miami, Florida, to a 7-day Jerusalem tour, February 17th to February 23rd, visiting holy sites of the 3 Abrahamic religions. Umrah in Ramadan, visiting Mecca and Medina, 10-day tour from May 11th to May 20th. And finally, Dubai and India, 10-day tour from October 13th to October 23rd, visiting Taj Mahal, historic Islamic sites, and many, many more. The group will be led by Sheikh Shafayat. Contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Alhikmat now offering tours and travel services plus visa application and processing services for Umrah, Dubai, India, and many other countries. For more details, contact Alhikmat services at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Royal Bengal Trading, importer, exporter, wholesaler of Bangladeshi Indo-Pak groceries and spices. We specialize in various authentic Indian masalas, juices, flours, rices, and spices. We offer exclusive brands as Ocean Pearl, Shan, National, Tilda, Himani, and many, many more. We're located at 36B Coroni Savannah Road, Charlieville, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago. You can call us at 473-4676 or call 476-3117. Email us at wahabdk@gmail.com.
Khaljam Ali, authorized to inspect all motor and goods vehicles up to 3,200 kgs MGW. Get your vehicle inspected at Khaljam Ali Inspection Station, conveniently located at Light Pole 113 Monroe Road next to 1+1 Supermarket. Telephone number 672-4186.
Welcome back to Global Issues on Alhikmat TV 24/7 online. Once more, it is a pleasure to have in Alhikmat studio Johanna Suarez. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that our viewers, before we went on the break, would have benefited a lot from what you have said, because we have people who live in different parts of the world.
Yes.
And they got family members here in Miami.
Sure.
Or there may be someone in another country who would like to come to Miami and settle. Florida is a resort.
Florida is a resort. Paradise.
Everybody wants to come to this paradise.
We are in paradise.
We have the unique weather. You got the beautiful beaches. You got everything.
We're
the
a
greenery.
melting pot. We've got everybody. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm sure our viewers out there would have surely benefited, and those who would like to utilize these facilities, here is an opportunity. It's not limited to only Jews,
Absolutely
even
not.
though it's the services offered by the Jewish community. All right?
Yes.
The Miami Jewish Health Services.
Yes.
And it's open for everybody.
Yes.
Now, many a times people wait for a problem,
Yes.
some major issue, and now with their backs against the wall, a couple kids making different decisions,
Yes.
they cannot come up with one final decision as to what to do. What do you recommend? And now it's right away, they want to know if they can bring their parents into your facilities. What do you recommend?
Yes.
How do you go about that? What not?
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. And if there's one thing that is remembered from what I say today is this. We oftentimes, too often, see folks who come in crisis mode. There's been a fall, there's been an incident, mom or dad has been to the hospital, and we now realize they can't go home to their previous living conditions.
Because they don't have the facilities at home.
So what to do? So oftentimes, and a lot of us have been in the hospital and they pretty much tell you you're getting discharged tomorrow. With a senior, however, especially here in Florida, doctors and care providers are very careful to make sure that we're sending people back to the appropriate living conditions. So there have been times when the doctor will say, she cannot go back home. You need to either go to assisted living or you have to have somebody with her, him or her, 24/7, which is also a whole other. So I urge everyone listening, everyone watching, don't wait until you're in crisis mode. You know, as we have elderly parents who are fine today, educate yourselves, equip yourselves with what is out there, what is needed, what is in your community. You know, speak to your parent.
What is available
What's
there?
available? Parents, and I have one myself. I have my dad passed away a few years ago, but he did not want to have conversations. I'm in this business. I do this. I talk to people every day. He did not want to talk to me about. He did not.
Oh my God! He just took you for granted.
He did. He was like, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We don't need to go there. And things decline, escalate. Before you know it, you've got to make tough decisions. We oftentimes see families of more than just one adult child who haven't spoken before, and here we are. Mom or dad is getting discharged from a hospital tomorrow, and there are 3 siblings who have different views on what to do with that parent. That's not the time to have those, you know, conversations in a hospital waiting room or, you know, oftentimes result in arguments. So I urge everyone, get the information you need, visit nearby assisted living facilities. Yes, we have an amazing, of course, I'm a little biased. I think we have an amazing product at Miami Jewish Health, but I also pride myself in being a resource to everyone. And if not Miami Jewish Health, whatever is close to you, go out there and see what assisted living is about, what it has to offer. You may not need it today, but I assure you the day that you do, having that information, understanding a little more what it entails, what it offers, will be invaluable to you in that
Something
moment.
is passing through my mind as you say that. I know we are talking about looking at facilities that are available for parents. But what about the idea of us looking for ourselves?
Absolutely.
You know, because I mean, I think that's another way to think about it.
Absolutely.
A lot of people about looking for their parents. What about the question of we may and are concerned for our parents? What if we have children that are not concerned about us? So we got to look for our own selves.
Absolutely.
So from now, I think people should start thinking ahead as to where are facilities available, where you got this, how is it affordable, what is not practical, what is not realistic, what is not affordable. So your person can have an idea that when they reach in their 70s or late 60s, or when the need arises, what will be plan B?
You're not going
What do you think about
You're
that?
not going in blind. I agree with you 100%. A lot of the new communities being built out there are thinking of that future prospect, that future resident, where nowadays, for example, you will not be in a community that doesn't have Wi-Fi, because even the 85-year-olds have a smartphone or have a tablet.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is a thing. You didn't think about Wi-Fi, 15 years ago. It just wasn't a thing. So as the younger generation, and again, I'm a little biased because the younger generation to me is an 80-year-old. 80 is the new 70, Everything is kind of younger because we have folks living longer. We have folks finally making those decisions in their 90s. So could they have benefited from our services and engagement prior to? Absolutely. But they're still strong, they're still driving, so they don't feel they need those services.
And that's why I'm saying, why wait to think what your children will do for you? You yourself should be thinking of plan B that you have in mind. A lot of people traditionally just believe that, okay, I'm going to sit back and my kids will take care of me. Nowadays, I don't think kids got the heart that people used to have
world. Yes.
in the yesteryears.
It's a different world.
Well, even if they don't have the heart, they're probably too occupied.
Or not even the responsibility. We all have a responsibility to our parent, but the lifestyle that we're in now, like I said, adult children are married with children and grandchildren of their own, that they're having to, they have to send children to college. All of these other expenses, it's not, you don't think about it, and I say this personal experience, you don't think about the fact that, wow, I now have to be careful and I have to make choices about care for my parent, my father, who was this strong, vibrant, professional. And now it's not something it's that you think about, right? Like you get married, you have children, you're all focused on that, and all of a sudden your parents continue to age. So it's kind of like, and I say this a lot of times, it is easier to raise a child than it is to raise a parent, right? Because when they get to that place, my dad didn't want to listen to me. I'm still his daughter. I'm still his little girl. He knew what he was doing. And again, I've done this for a living for over 20 years.
Yeah, so
it's
you got a
difficult.
little situation here.
Yeah, it's hard
decisions. It's easy to tell a child that I need you to do so-and-so.
Yes.
But telling a parent who needs the assistance, the help, and the services,
yes,
that this is what is better for them,
yes,
they will not want to listen. And
They're
sometimes, even if they want to listen, they got another child who is telling them otherwise.
Exactly. Oh, Mom, you're fine. You're fine.
So they're totally confused.
Yes, yes. This decision-making process, if and when it's needed, can be really difficult.
That brings me to another point. Do you have any sort of counseling services?
Yes, yes.
I think that should be part of the package.
Yes.
You may need someone to go and counsel these parents, give them some ideas, give them some suggestions as to how things work and how things have not worked for other people,
right,
so they can better think.
And that generation has misconceived notions of what a home is, because even though it's assisted living and we're not a home, that's what they think.
They think it's a garbage, it's a dump.
Yes, yes. So bringing them in, I mean, I can't tell you how many daughters or sons come in and say, Mom doesn't know we're going to do this yet. And the first thing I'll tell them is, because Mom has to be understanding and accepting others. We have to set each other up for success. If we don't set up Mom or Dad for success when they're moving into a community, they're not going to benefit from everything we have to offer. Yeah. It's not going to work.
No, but that's one of the reasons why I enjoy talking to you and having you share this experience of your facilities or these services and benefits that the Jewish, Miami Jewish Health has to offer. Because I think this is a community service. It's a global issue. It's something that is happening globally.
Absolutely.
People suffer these consequences and they don't know how to handle it.
They don't know where to start. They don't know
You're
where to
right.
start.
They don't know where to start. And you got the facilities.
We have the services there, and if nothing else, we pride ourselves in being a resource. So even if I don't have something that could help you at the moment, I assure you that I know somebody who does. And I personally pride myself in making sure that no one walks away from me, whether they decide to move into our community or not, without a resource, without a next step. Because you just don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. You don't know how to start. So you as an adult child are dealing with Mom or Dad who's not wanting to do this. You have a family of your own. It is a tough place to be.
It is. It is. Now, if someone comes to you and says, well, I know a family who we think needs to be into your facility or needs to benefit from your services and facilities, but you don't think that, but we don't think that that family understands that they need these sort of services and family, or a child, an adult child comes to you and says, I think my parents would need this sort of services, but I also don't think that they understand that. Do you have someone to go and speak to those parents?
Absolutely. We have.
Oh, you have that?
We do. In Miami Jewish Health, we have long tenured employees that have been there that have kind of seen it all.
So they will go home and speak to these parents, show them the facilities on a brochure.
Yes,
this is what we have, this is what we can do.
Brochures are as great as brochures, and they're pretty and all. I would always encourage them to bring them to the community. By walking in and seeing that it is not what they had in their head is step one.
I like that. So you have someone that will probably go bring them and take them to show them the facility?
We can arrange to have them picked up. The son or daughter can bring them for lunch for perhaps, meet other residents. That is the first stigma we can kind of do away with is, oh gosh, it's going to be this place. No, it looks like a hotel. It looks like a hotel. That is half the battle.
That's half the battle.
That is half the battle.
I think that's 90% of the
Bring them for
battle.
lunch, not have it be this awful, when everything is calm, when there's no crisis going on, bring them for lunch, just kind of see what's about. Bring them to it, have them stay for an activity, for a program, for an entertainer that's going to come and play music. Ease your way into it if you know that that's going to be the ultimate end result, instead of doing it, okay, Mom, tomorrow you're moving into this place.
Yeah, because they just won't understand that.
Understanding is really, and just again, understanding and not being afraid. Because folks are just afraid of
I
the
think
unknown.
People need to understand that. And that's why I'm trying to get these sort of ideas on Alhikmat talk shows, global issues, because this is an issue.
This is an issue, and it's growing. It's growing.
It's growing, and it's a
growing.
necessity. It has to happen. It's part of
Absolutely.
life. It's the process in life. You know what's interesting? Here you have people who know that they gotta die, and they already started buying their spots in the cemetery. You know, people do that.
Yes,
eh?
absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you can prepare to buy yourself a spot in the cemetery because you know that you're gonna die, then what about the spot before the cemetery?
What about in between, right?
In between.
That is a great point.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
You know you need this spot. That is so very, beyond that, it's a whole different
That's
world.
it.
And you are willing to buy yourself a cemetery spot, a grave. Then why not work towards some living facilities where you
Absolutely.
can be better off before you go into the grave?
Absolutely, because it's unknown. It's unknown. At least you know how to go buy a,
Yeah.
go into the grave. You know how to do that. It's the unknown. So
Yeah.
I commend you for having an open forum to discuss this
I love
availability,
this.
what's out there. This is
I
great.
think this is wonderful. That's why on Alhikmat TV, I want people to understand these things.
Yes, yes.
Get that cultural thing out of your mind. Let's be realistic. Once upon a time, families lived in one village, one town, next to each other, down the street here. Now, you got a son, he's in Japan.
Correct.
You got a daughter, she's in China.
Yes, absolutely.
Today someone is in New York, next day they're in the Caribbean. You never can tell what's going on. And this is job related, not just vacation.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So these sort of facilities is a necessity because people cannot afford it at home.
Correct. And at Miami Jewish Health, one of the, in my opinion, our greatest advantage is the fact that, yes, you can move into an assisted living facility, but knowing that your primary doctor is across the parking lot, because on our campus, we have an ambulatory clinic for our residents. If you needed a private duty aid, for example, for a short amount of time, we have a service that provides that too, Douglas Garnes Home Care. So we have so much right there that this is your, I hate to use the term, but it's a one-stop shop. Any services you need after you've moved into the assisted living community are right on our campus. So we truly, truly keep folks, it allows us to be more proactive than if you were living at home.
So I need to get to some of those facilities because time is running out on us again.
We could talk for hours.
We already went another 15 minutes or so.
Yes.
What about someone living in your facilities, right? In
Yes.
the Miami Jewish Health facilities.
Yes.
Independent living, assisted living facilities, etc. What about family and friends and relatives visiting them? What are those? Are there any restrictions?
Absolutely not. We have to remember that this is their home. This is home. We don't have visiting hours. That would be a hospital. We're not anywhere near that.
So visitors and friends, it's just like their regular.
Encouraged. We encourage you to have the same lifestyle you had prior to moving in. We encourage your grandchildren to visit with their puppy. It's home. It's grandma or grandpa's
That's
or mom's
important to
home.
know, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's home. So there are no visiting hours. Families are encouraged to come and spend time, take their family, their loved ones out to dinner, out, we have folks leaving for the holidays, for example, with their family.
What about security, talking about that?
We have a front gate with security 24
it is
hours
a
a day.
gated community.
It is a gated community, yes.
That's another thing,
And in the
security
world-
for
yes.
for
In
yourself
the world we
and your
live
parents.
in today, it is key that we have security. So we do have everyone coming into our property is checked. Their license is checked. Their ID. They get a visitor sticker, and then they go and see their loved one for as long as they like.
You got a hotel style lifestyle,
Yes.
security,
Safety.
the full 9 yards.
Yes.
Now, because our viewers are worldwide, I know we may have some viewers who may not agree in what we're talking about because they live in a different time.
Sure, sure.
I mean, let me correct that. They live in the same time, but in a different time zone.
Yes, yes.
They live in a different country, different facilities, different requirements. But the American style and someone living in America, this is a necessity for them.
Absolutely.
You know, back in some other countries, you know, the population, the labor is so cheap, it's so free. There might be other plan B for an elderly person living in those countries that can benefit otherwise from other people and other family and friends. But in America, I don't think it's going to work. If you have your own son as a doctor and you got a physician who is treating you, your own medical doctor's son will not be able to intervene without that doctor that has been assigned by your insurance company.
Correct.
Isn't that so?
And in assisted living, we are governed by the state. So we have an assisted living license. So just like nursing homes and hospitals have licenses, the Agency for Healthcare Administration also governs assisted living. So there are a lot of, regulations that we must follow, and oftentimes the physician is the one that makes the decisions on behalf of that resident. So sometimes we'll have families say, well, I want you to do this, or I want you to stop that. And that's great. All we can do is go back to the physician and say, the daughter thinks that this medication is making her mom dizzy. What do you think? Should we stop it or not? Although I have nurses around the clock, I can't make medical decisions on behalf of that resident. It is the physician. But the benefit of us having those nurses is that we coordinate that. So it's not the daughter having to call and wait and do all that over the phone.
You got professional advice. And that's an important point there. Insurance companies that are paying for these medical services, it's important, as I said.
Yes.
A son might be a doctor, but his office may not be under that insurance company and somebody else. So people got to understand there's a certain amount of protocol, professionalism that takes place here in the United States of America.
Correct.
And
good facilities are the ones that follow the regulations and are compliant, right?
And you got the facilities, you got the benefits, and people need to benefit from that.
Yes.
So, anyone coming to the States or want to benefit needs to understand that this goes with the package.
And all of that, before anyone signs anything or agrees to move into our community, there are a lot of conversations, a lot of meetings to really communicate all of that, because you just won't know.
Yeah,
you don't know what we can or can't do.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of communication. I often say it is a partnership.
So just to conclude, I know we're going beyond time.
Yes.
Tell us in a nutshell, you have the last word here in a few seconds. What is Miami Jewish Health Services? Just to repeat, if someone had just tuned in to our show and didn't hear the whole thing, I'm not going into the entire thing, what you offer. You offer independent living. Could you just let our viewers know that the different lines, including PACE facilities and the whole package that you have?
Yes. So Miami Jewish Health is a true system, healthcare system, where we offer everything from independent living, which is just that, all the way through hospice services, everything in between. And everything in between includes assisted living and includes nursing.
What is your age barrier?
There's no age barrier. Some of our programs have
someone
pediatrics.
can be 40 years, not feeling well, and decides they want to come independent living and use your facilities.
Yes.
Do they have to be over 55?
They don't have to be. I often tell folks that's the population that we currently have.
Yes.
So if someone is comfortable in that setting, then that's fine.
But a person can be in 40 and need that kind of services.
Depending on their medical condition.
Their medical condition.
Yes. So we it's case by case. It's very individualized assessment process. So whether it's independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, short-term rehab, we've got the whole gamut.
A person coming and living independently, getting assisted living facilities, nursing home facilities, medical facilities.
Correct. Right on campus.
You got everything
in one campus, in one location.
Everything between this age and the grave.
Pretty much.
No, let's be real.
Yes, because we go all the way through hospice services.
All through hospice, because someone may not understand what we mean by hospice.
Correct.
Hospice, the last stage when someone is just there with you until you breathe.
When someone is terminally ill, you can actually still live in your assisted living apartment and have hospice services come in.
Take care of you.
And on campus, if you're at that place where it is the end, hospice on our campus also has its own unit. So we have so many options depending on what tomorrow brings, because that's the unfortunate piece. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. But it's great as a family member, as an adult child, to know that independent of what happens and how mom declines, there is a solution at Miami Jewish Health.
No cultural barrier.
No cultural
no
barrier.
religious barrier.
No.
You can be Christian,
No.
Hindu, Baptist, Jewish.
Absolutely.
You're welcome to benefit from the facilities.
We are people taking care of people.
Right. As long as you
all
have
of that
your,
other stuff doesn't matter.
as long as you have your legal insurance,
Correct.
whatever that
Whatever it
covers
is,
the
yes.
necessities to get into the facilities.
Yes.
You cater from then until.
Absolutely.
I think that's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you
Absolutely.
very much for
Thank
being
you
on
so
our
much.
show. This is really a global issue. And as I said before, someone can be anywhere in the world and can contact their relatives or their uncle or their aunt here in America and guide them along to benefiting from what you have just said today.
100%. 100%.
Pleasure to have you.
I thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. So, viewers out there, we have been talking to Johanna Suarez. She has a master's degree in Health Services Administration. She's the president of Senior Living. That's the right way, right?
Correct.
Vice President of Senior Living at Miami Jewish Health. You have just heard the 9 yards that they offer. It's a wonderful service, wonderful services, a lot of benefits. If you need any further information, just go online, Google Miami Jewish Health Services.
Yes.
You will get a 9 yards of information. Contact us, Alhikmat TV, Alhikmat office, and we will be able to do a referral or recommendation so you can get some sort of benefit or register, enroll, or at least an opportunity to view these facilities. Perhaps you need them down the road. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure again to have you with us in
Thank
Alhikmat
you.
studio. It's a pleasure to have you view our program, Global Issues, on Alhikmat TV 24/7.
All praises are due to Allahu Allah. All praises are due to Allahu Allah. Allahu 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 Allah. Allahu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you would like to dedicate copies of one of these publications as Sadaqah Jariyah, continuous blessings for your parents or dear ones who have passed away, or fi sabilillah, in the path of Allah, please give us a call so we can place your names on these dedicated publications. You can call us at 954-986-0158, or you can also visit us at www.alhikmat.com.
Allah is the creator of different faces. Allah is the creator of all races. Allahu, 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 Allah.
Salam alayka, ya Habib.
Bounty Kings, Bounty Castles presents brand new luxury castles for all events. You can contact us at telephone number 749-4342, or you can also email us at bountykings1@gmail.com. A-Class Glamour presents to you wholesaling and retailing of premium lines of cosmetics for all skin types, designer jewelry, and many accessories. Brands include ColourPop, Maybelline, Revlon Professional, Urban Decay, Sephora, and many more. To get a hold of these products, you can call Sadiq Khan at 345-5824 or Amira Khan at 759-6089. You can also visit our Facebook page at A-Class Glamour to follow for newly released lines of products.
Alhikmat 2019 tours from Miami, Florida, to a 7-day Jerusalem tour, February 17th to February 23rd, visiting holy sites of the 3 Abrahamic religions. Umrah in Ramadan, visiting Makkah and Medina, 10-day tour from May 11th through May 20th. And finally, Dubai and India, 10-day tour from October 13th to October 23rd, visiting Taj Mahal, historic Islamic sites, and many, many more. The group will be led by Shaikh Shafayat. Contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Alhikmat now offering tours and travel services plus visa application and processing services for Umrah, Dubai, India, and many other countries. For more details, contact Alhikmat services at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Royal Bengal Trading, importer, exporter, wholesaler of Bangladeshi Indo-Pak groceries and spices. We specialize in various authentic Indian masalas, juices, flours, rices, and spices. We offer exclusive brands as Ocean Pearl, Shan, National, Tilda, Himani, and many, many more. We're located at 36B Coroni Savannah Road, Charleville, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago. You can call us at 473-4676 or call 476-3117. Email us at wahabdk@gmail.com.
Khaljam Ali, authorized to inspect all motor and goods vehicles up to 3,200 kgs MGW. Get your vehicle inspected at Khaljam Ali Inspection Station, conveniently located at Light Pole 113 Monroe Road next to 1+1 Supermarket. Telephone number 672-4186.
Truly he is the one, he has no father or son.